7 seconds. By the time this sentence ends, a stranger has already formed an opinion about you. Trustworthy or shady, leader or follower, date-worthy or not. It's a primal part of the human experience, this rapid-fire judgment. But why are our brains wired this way? What are we really assessing in those first fleeting moments? Today on Mind and Matter, we're diving into the fascinating science of first impressions, and how you can use this knowledge to put your best foot forward every single time. We humans love to think of ourselves as rational beings, carefully weighing evidence before making decisions. But the truth is, much of our social processing happens lightning fast, in the blink of an eye. And to understand why, we need to travel back in time, way back. Imagine our early ancestors roaming the savannah. Life then was precarious, danger lurked around every corner, saber-toothed tigers, rival tribes, you name it. Split-second decisions weren't just about social standing, they were a matter of survival. Friend or foe, fight or flight. These weren't questions to ponder over a cup of coffee, they demanded immediate answers. And so, evolution favored those who could quickly assess a situation and react accordingly. This snap judgment ability, honed over millennia, is deeply embedded in our neurocircuitry. It's not just an evolutionary hangover though. In the 1990s, a fascinating study by psychologist Nalini Ambati revealed just how accurate these snap judgments can be. Ambati showed participants silent video clips of professors lecturing, but here's the catch, the clips were only 6 seconds long. Astonishingly, participants' ratings of the professor's traits like warmth and competence strongly correlated with the evaluations from students who spent an entire semester in their class. This phenomenon, known as thin slicing, highlights our brain's remarkable ability to extract a surprising amount of information from even the briefest encounters. But how does it actually work? Deep within our brains, two key players are involved, the amygdala and the prefrontal cortex. The amygdala, our emotional watchdog, is constantly scanning for potential threats, while the prefrontal cortex helps us categorize information and make rapid judgments based on past experiences and social cues. This intricate interplay between emotion and cognition is what fuels our first impressions. Okay, so we've established that our brains are hardwired for snap judgments, but what are they zeroing in on during those crucial first 7 seconds? Research suggests that we're primarily assessing 3 core traits: trustworthiness, competence, and warmth. Think of it as a mental checklist our brains run through at lightning speed. First up, trustworthiness. This one's all about safety and predictability. Our brains are constantly asking, is this person a threat? Can I let my guard down around them? We look for cues like genuine smiles, relaxed body language, and direct eye contact, signals that put us at ease. Next, we assess competence. Can this person help me achieve my goals? Do they have something to offer? We're drawn to those who appear knowledgeable, experienced, and capable. Think about it. You're more likely to trust a doctor who exudes confidence and expertise, right? Finally, we gauge warmth. This is all about connection and likability. Do I feel comfortable around this person? Will they be cooperative and supportive? Warmth is often conveyed through nonverbal cues like a friendly tone of voice, open body language, and a genuine interest in what we have to say. Interestingly, a study conducted at Harvard University found that these 3 traits are judged in a specific order. Trustworthiness takes center stage, followed closely by competence, and lastly, warmth. Why this particular hierarchy? Well, from an evolutionary standpoint, it makes perfect sense. Survival hinges on quickly determining if someone is safe and trustworthy before considering their skills or likability. Now, you might be thinking, but Neil, I can't control what someone else perceives about me. And while it's true, you can't read minds or dictate someone's thoughts, you can significantly influence those crucial first impressions by mastering the silent language of body language. Because remember, communication isn't just about the words we say, it's about the signals we send through our posture, gestures, and expressions. Let's start with posture. Standing or sitting tall with your shoulders relaxed conveys confidence and self-assurance. Slouching, on the other hand, signals insecurity and low status. Think about it. Who would you approach for help at a conference? Someone hunched over their phone or someone standing tall with an open stance? The answer is pretty clear. Next up, eye contact. This one's a delicate dance. Too little eye contact can make you appear nervous or shifty, while too much can feel aggressive or intimidating. Aim for the sweet spot, around 3 to 5 seconds of direct eye contact during a conversation. This shows that you're engaged and present without making the other person uncomfortable. Now, let's talk about those subtle, fleeting movements, micro-expressions. These involuntary facial expressions reveal our true emotions even if we're trying to mask them. A genuine smile, for example, engages the muscles around the eyes, what's known as a Duchenne smile, while a forced smile only reaches the mouth. People are surprisingly adept at picking up on these subtle cues, so focus on conveying genuine warmth and enthusiasm. And finally, let's not forget about the handshake and voice tone. A firm, but not bone-crushing handshake conveys confidence and assertiveness. Similarly, your voice tone can make or break a first impression. Lowering your pitch slightly signals authority and trustworthiness. Think about iconic leaders and speakers. They command attention not by shouting, but by using a measured, resonant tone. Chapter 4. Dressing for Success, the Psychology of Style. Now let's move on to a topic that often sparks debate: clothing. Does what you wear really matter when it comes to first impressions? The answer, my friends, is a resounding yes. Our clothing choices communicate volumes about our personality, values, and social status. Think of it as a nonverbal shorthand that helps others quickly categorize and understand us. But before you raid your closet in a panic, let me introduce you to a helpful concept called the congruence principle. This principle states that our outfits are most effective when they align with the context of the situation. For example, showing up to a job interview in a suit and tie sends a different message than rocking up in jeans and a t-shirt. Both outfits can be stylish and appropriate, but the key is congruence, matching your attire to the expectations and norms of the environment. Now, beyond congruence, specific colors can also influence how others perceive us. Navy blue and charcoal gray are often associated with competence, trustworthiness, and authority, making them excellent choices for professional settings. Light blue, on the other hand, evokes feelings of calmness, peace, and reliability. Red, the color of passion and excitement, can be a powerful tool for grabbing attention, but use it sparingly. Too much red can come across as aggressive or overpowering. Remember, the goal is to create a harmonious and memorable impression, and your clothing choices play a crucial role in that process. Chapter 5. Cognitive Biases, the Hidden Forces Shaping Our Judgments. Now let's delve into the fascinating and sometimes frustrating world of cognitive biases. These mental shortcuts, while often helpful in navigating the complexities of daily life, can also lead to systematic errors in judgment, especially when it comes to first impressions. One such bias is the halo effect. This is our tendency to generalize from one positive trait to a person's overall character. For instance, if we find someone physically attractive, we might also assume they're intelligent, trustworthy, and kind. Then there's confirmation bias, our inclination to favor information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs and to disregard evidence that contradicts them. So, if we've already formed a positive first impression, we're more likely to notice and remember information that reinforces that view, while downplaying or ignoring anything that challenges it. And finally, we have stereotype threat, a phenomenon where individuals feel anxiety or pressure about conforming to negative stereotypes associated with their social group. This anxiety can ironically lead to self-fulfilling prophecies, where individuals unintentionally behave in ways that confirm the very stereotypes they're trying to avoid. For example, a woman anxious about confirming the stereotype of women being bad at math might perform worse on a math test, not because of lack of ability, but because of the added pressure and self-doubt. Understanding these biases is crucial to becoming more aware of our own thought patterns and to approaching social situations with greater objectivity. Chapter 6. Mastering the 7 seconds your action plan for success. So, we've covered a lot of ground, from the evolutionary roots of first impressions to the subtle nuances of body language and the pitfalls of cognitive biases. Now let's bring it all together with some practical tips to help you master those crucial 7 seconds. First up, pre-frame yourself for success. A powerful technique is the power pose. Standing tall with your chest open and arms outstretched for just 2 minutes can significantly boost your testosterone levels, the confidence hormone, and lower cortisol, the stress hormone. This physiological shift can work wonders in calming your nerves and boosting your self-assurance before a big meeting or social event. Next, adopt an open stance. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart, shoulders relaxed, and arms comfortably at your sides. This open and approachable posture signals to others that you're receptive and engaged. And speaking of engagement, let's talk about names. Remembering and using someone's name is a simple yet powerful way to make them feel seen, heard, and respected. When you first meet someone, make a conscious effort to repeat their name back to them. "It's great to meet you," name, and try to use it naturally throughout the conversation. Mirroring is another effective technique for building rapport. Subtly mimicking the other person's body language, tone of voice, and energy level can create a sense of connection and understanding. However, a word of caution: keep it subtle. Overly exaggerated or obvious mirroring can come across as creepy or insincere. And finally, when it's time to say goodbye, solidify that positive impression with a strong exit strategy. Summarize key takeaways from the conversation. It was fascinating to hear about your work on topic. Reiterate your interest. I'm really excited about the possibility of collaborating and staying in touch. And leave them with a positive final thought. It was a pleasure meeting you. Outro: your superpower awaits. Remember, first impressions aren't destiny, but they set the frame for every interaction that follows. Master these science-backed cues, and those crucial 7 seconds become your superpower. Like, subscribe, and share with someone who has a job interview soon. Next week, the psychology of flow, unlocking peak performance. Stay curious.